What's up, what's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. And thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, and hit that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Now, almost at Aquarians, because I'm actually doing the full moon in Aquarius reading, which is happening between the 23rd and the 24th of July. We're also going to have an Aquarius moon next month. So I'm doing something a little bit different today, and it's actually going to be a bit shorter, if you will. I'm only using one oracle deck, and that is my animal oracle decks. And I just want to explain a little bit about this upcoming moon. It's going to be on your spiritual journey. So with two back-to-back is a very spiritual time and a perfect time to really tune into your own intuition and listen to what you're being guided to do. First off the bat, I am getting a sense that there's a lot of haze across the collective right now, like confusion as to what's next, confusion as the next steps to take. There's confusion in regards to just what it is that's coming. And there's a period of darkness right now that's going to soon be veiled, but it will seem like a long time because it will cover the next 2 months. And Source just wants to, remind everybody to stay vigilant at this time, to stay on your work, because soon you are going to be revealed as to what's next, regardless if that's just starting the journey, getting through a difficult time in the journey, or you're really in the middle of an ascension right now, and so that transcending is happening and you're not sure of what's coming from it. Okay, so there's a lot of different energies that are going on right now. So today I just want to explain, I am putting out energies on the table so we can get the information in regards to this full moon in Aquarius. I have my moonstone here, which was found on Carlsbad Beach. It's beautiful. My dad actually found it and pointed it out to me, and it was so weird. I manifested this. I was like, I want one rock that's clear, and when it gets wet, this rock is so cloudy and beautiful. It's just wonderful. So found out it's a moonstone. So I've got my moonstone here. We have Aquarius energy, and then I pulled out my full moon card. So I do things a little bit differently. I want the energy on the table, so Source is really directed to what it is that I'm asking in regards to this time. But the first messages that were coming out before I even started this video were just that, to really pay attention on what it is that you've been doing, to work hard. I feel like there's a new opportunity that has shown itself and brought itself forward. And so it's just working and observing what you're working on. That will help lead you to your soul's purpose, okay? Seems a little confusing, but it made sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you guys. So let's get into it. I know that intro was a lot longer than normal, but these readings are timeless, so if you do happen to click on this outside of the full moon, that's all right. It means that whatever's going on in this reading at that time could be coming to you, okay? So let's get started. Source, for the collective, what is happening during the full moon in July between the 23rd and the 24th? What messages do we need about our spiritual journey, our intuitions, our guidance? What messages do we need? How can we move forward? How can we overcome the obstacles that have been coming through? This is for the collective, piles 1, 2, and 3. What messages do you have for them in regards to what's next, in regards to this full moon? What are we completing? What are we bringing to a close? What are we overcoming? And what do we need to know moving towards the next 2 weeks as the moon goes into darkness? What messages do we need for the collective, Source, piles 1, 2, and 3? Okay. Piles 1, 2, and 3. And today I'm not going to be doing clarifying cards because I feel like these are going to be very specific messages coming out. So pile 1, what messages do you have for the full moon in Aquarius in July, Source? Okay, cards already flipping over. Pile number 2, what messages do you have for them in regards to the full moon in Aquarius in July? Okay, these two are coming out for you guys, so I'm going to take them. And for pile number 3, what messages do you have for them in the full moon moving forward, Source? What messages do you have for pile number 3? Okay, they want... Whoa, okay. They want these two. Pile number 1, what messages do you have for pile number 1 in regards to the full moon in Aquarius? Thank you, Source. What messages do you have for pile number 2 in regards to the full moon in Aquarius? What messages do you have for pile number 2? Okay. What messages do you have for pile number 2 in regards to the full moon in Aquarius? All right. So you guys are done. And what messages do you have for pile number 3 in regards to the full moon in Aquarius moving forward? How can we help out pile number 3, Source? What messages do you have for pile number 3 in regards to the full moon in Aquarius in July? What messages do they need to know? What's going to help them along their spiritual journey? Wow. Okay. Thank you. And for pile number 1, what messages are going to help them out along their spiritual journey? How can we help them out, Source? Whoa! Okay, that is far too many. Yeah, that is way too many cards here, Source. Way too many cards. Pile number 1, what other messages do you have for pile number 1? What messages do you have for pile number 1? What's going to help them along their journey moving forward in regards to the full moon? Okay, thank you. And pile number 3, what else is going to help pile number 3 in regards to their journey moving forward? Thank you. And one more for pile 1. What's going to help them in regards to the full moon moving forward? Okay, I'm hearing this one. Look, isn't that interesting? I'm just going to show this before I get started. So on the bottom of the deck is the Popes talking about intuitive sense at this time, right? Isn't that what I said in this whole part at the beginning? It's about tuning in with your intuitions and really following that to go into your soul's purpose. It's like really listening to that. Beneath that we have the, look, oh my gosh, I can't even make this up. I know, I'm going to get into the readings. I just want to mention this. We have the Popes, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress all right here. Such a lot of feminine energy mixed with this full moon energy. I mean, you can't get more involved in it than that. This is about nurturing and taking action when your intuition comes through. So I hope that you guys are willing to go back and watch this part of it. I will put this as a separate timestamp in the description box down below, but this is amazing energy coming through here. This is about truly embracing that feminine side of yourself, not being afraid to take a rest. This is ringing so virtuous right now. It's just so true, because this is the time when we're starting to feel that waver between the masculine go energy and really starting to listen to that intuitive inner voice of the feminine, right? And we all carry it. This is very much getting involved with your inner feminine. So I feel like this was its own little separate reading here, but for all 3 of these cards to come out in the upright, it's like we're moving forward by listening to our intuition. So it's like your intuition's basically telling them, look at this. Your intuition is looking backwards at them, telling them to take action to move forward into the future. Step up into that Empress power, baby. Step up into that Empress power. This is beautiful. That's so insane. So insane. So, okay. I've got kind of gemstones to pick from. So, the first pile I have carnelian, which is the sacral chakra energy. For pile number 2, this is so crazy. I guess all of these are very feminine energies coming out. I have a full connected clamshell. So rare. I had another one that was super tiny, but unfortunately it broke apart. This one is, I'm really happy about that one. I'm so thankful for it. And then on the third pile, we have the moonstone. This is a moonstone I got from a little shop in Arizona. So cute, before everything closed down. Alright. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Let me move these. All right, so for those of you that chose this carnelian stone, this stone is connected to your sacral chakra. This stone is definitely about getting in flow with your life. And of course, you think your sacral chakra is about that time of cultivation, right? Gestation, the power of being feminine and in our feminine energy. So let's see what's going on for you, pile one, in regards to this full moon in Aquarius. We have the Three of the Three of Coins in reverse. Ooh, the Two of Cups in reverse. All right. We have the Eight of Coins in reverse and the Emperor. Let me move these down a little bit here. So I'm not getting any clarifying cards here. The messages are coming through quite clear anyway. So there's been a loss of a partnership here, disillusion of a partnership, just something that fell apart. Something that was regarded to work and you had a lot of love in regards to it. Now, I am getting, this is like an older energy, not something that's fresh, but for some of you, this absolutely could be fresh energy. But this is something that feels very much like it's happened anywhere from 2 to 8 months ago, anywhere from 2 years to 8 years ago. Okay, so like the energy is definitely older, but this could be in the recent weeks as well. Okay, so like two months, of course, that makes sense, right? But it could even be sooner than that, like as soon as 10 days ago, just recently this week, a few days ago, whenever you're clicking on this. I don't know why I don't usually do time frames, but that's it was coming out right away. But this was something you cared about, this person a lot. You cared about this situation, this circumstance, this position, this entrepreneurship, situationship. You cared about it a lot. You had a lot of heart and soul into it. And, with these two cards coming out together, this is very much talking about how you feel betrayed by someone. Like they lied to you, they bamboozled you, they got you involved in a situation that wasn't meant for you. It's like you kind of feel raw about it. Like there's definitely a raw energy that feels like this. Out of your feminine energy. Look at this. All your feminine energy is in the reverse, and we have this masculine emperor over here just standing in the upright, like ruling over this energy. Like, yo, I'm going to whip this bitch into shape. And it's like, that's what's happened. Like, you really feel like that's what happened to you. You got whipped into shape, but not in a good way. Oh my goodness. Okay. You definitely went into this from a lack of knowing. A lack of knowing. There's definitely a lack of knowing here. There was this, there's this energy of just like very novice energy when it was, but you were excited nonetheless. And then this person, they just like ripped out your heart. They just ripped like the situation. You could have maybe gotten let go of a position that was really important to you. Whatever the situation is, it was in regards to your financial security and the ability to grow. And there was no time to become stable. It was like maybe you were involved in the situation for 3 weeks, or you were involved in the situation for 3 months or 5 months or 11 months. And, something along those lines, a time frame doesn't really truly matter. But what happened is you were involved in the situation not for enough time to really gain roots. And then suddenly it dissipated. It dissipated. My apologies, I need a drink. And now you're in this strong energy, like you understood what happened, but it's like you're so reliant on your masculine energy because you felt like you put a lot of love and care into this situation or this person. And that's what's ruling over your feminine energy in this time. It is creating a block for you in regards to love and your finances. And you have an idea, but you're so protective of this idea. You're like basically like keeping this idea off the plates here. And it's like, you know what, I'm going to rule my emotions. I'm going to rule how this felt. I'm going to rule over this and not pay any attention to it. And instead, I'm going to really like keep myself hidden for the time being. So in this time, spiritually, what you need to do is begin to really invite back in this feminine energy. Like, how can you reconnect with your sacral chakra? How can you reconnect with your intuition, your heart? How can you reconnect with that rather than continuing to take action, hoping that things are going to break through? It's like this is about slowing down and finding your inner truth. And I know that you will. It's like you've worked on balancing your energies in the past before, and I feel like that's something that you have definitely been trying to work on. But what has happened is there's this situation that arose, and it really broke your heart, and now you're afraid to bear your heart on your sleeve. And I'm just going to say, like, you can't be afraid to love because you got hurt in the past. And I know by any means, pile one, this is not easy at all. I know that this is not easy because this is something I struggle with still. But what happens is that you cut yourself off from the most important part of yourself. And so to listen to your intuition, to grow spiritually, what's going to happen is that you're really going to find some strength in regards to this. And there's going to be a huge transformation in this. And once there's that huge transformation, you're going to step right up into this energy of the moon. You will step up into this energy of the moon. That's your feminine. This is your feminine taking power. It's like you've been in the masculine for so long that now it's just like this. Your feminine energy is tired of being suppressed. And so what's going on right now is you really need to lean into that. How can you nurture yourself? Even if you've been working really hard, is there a way that you can take a step back and maybe not work as hard now? Even if you're only giving like 75%, you know, I know probably like for those of you that work really hard, are probably like, are you kidding me? 75%? What kind of shit is that? Like, I already hear it. I already feel it. Like, it's understandable. But the problem is that I feel like when you were in this partnership or this situationship, whatever it was, you gave not 100%. You gave 1,000% in regards to this. And that's why it tore you up, because it's like, how could I put so much energy and time and effort into this situation and then it doesn't go anywhere? How can I do that? Sometimes that's how we learn. We learn because we don't trust ourselves, and we learn because we're not aware of what it is that we're doing to ourselves. And so our heart has to get broken in order to plant the seed. And that's exactly what was happening here. It was like you were trying to be a seed supporting a tree. And it's not that this person was by any means grown as a tree. It's like it was basically like carrying dead weight. So like a weed that nobody wants, but you were a little seed trying to carry that weed too, you know. And I don't mean to make this sound vicious, because it's not. It's like you have to learn how to forgive this person, and sometimes that's the hardest thing, and you have to forgive them time and time again. You know, my mom always told me something. She said, forgiveness, Becky, is a daily walk. And that stuck with me my whole life. My mom didn't forgive very easily either, but she still always strove to remind herself of that and to remind us of that. Forgiveness is a daily walk. You can't expect to forgive this person just by saying it one time. Like, there are going to be times when this memory arises and you're going to have to continue to say, I forgive you. I forgive you. I know now that you just were doing what you knew how to do, and that was it. And it was like you didn't understand how it would hurt me. And I don't even think this is about giving yourself as much work as you were giving them. This is about you learning to embrace the inner feminine on the spiritual journey, and that's what's going to give you this humongous glow up. This humongous glow up. It's funny, I hear the song, fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. Go on and fly. Oh, fly right into the future. Right? Like, yes, that's it. You guys are going to get like wings and fly. You have to. You have to. Let your spirit carry you this time. Your spirit's going to be the feminine aspect for you. Woo! Look at that coming through. Connection. Tarantula. Like, this is the tangled web that we weave in life. And in that tangled web, we are shown the truth. It's through our strife and our suffering that we're shown the truth. Number 4, it's 13. This is saying that, you know, your stability and your protection comes from within you. And right now you're suffering the effects of letting go of this cycle. Wow. We got snake, creation, 43:7. You have luck, but you have to change what it is that you're doing. Rather than being stuck in this energy and continuing to live in this energy, like, let it carry you. Let it carry you to the next level, right? Like, you have a beautiful heart of gold, but sometimes you had to deal with snakes in your life to get connected with it. Like, it's so perfect that this card came out, because I was talking about that seed. Like, you were the seed trying to carry the weed. And if you look, there's a tree that's planted and growing through this heart, strong and steady, and the roots aren't even in the ground. It's like, that's just it. It's like, you don't need the ground to carry you, because creation will carry you. Source will carry you. Like, it's like you were trying to plant a foundation with something that wasn't meant to be a foundation. And it was frustrating. Let me see, I'm going to get one more card for you guys. Kindness. Fruit bat, 3. Number 12. You have 12, 13. So, fruit bat, kindness, or flying fox, right? And so you have flying fox, and here I am thinking, seeing, you know, fly like an eagle. Well, foxes and eagles always kind of give me the same vibe, this intelligence, this wisdom, this cunning, this ability to see things from a completely different perspective, right? And this is a flying fox, so you figure this fox flies like an eagle. This fox brings her cleverness to, you know, the world. And that's what it is. It's like, that's what I said. It's like you're in this emperor energy, and it's like your emperor energy has turned into your ego, your emotional ego, trying to control this lovely energy that's within you and not letting it out. And it's like, that's what's saying there. It was 22:02 on the clock. They're saying that you have to really embrace this beautiful energy that's within you and allow your kindness to show. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. Like, sometimes it's just about letting go. Finding your responsibility. Meerkat. Another 7. The number 16 card. Yeah, like, if you look, it's like everything's in black and white, right? It's like you have your color over here, and this side it's all white. This is the merging of the 3D and the spiritual realms, but it's also reminding you that don't see everything so boxed in. Even with yourself, you know, like, even with the situation, I feel like the situation really hurt you. I feel like the situation really made you wonder, like, why you even took this journey. Why did I even go on this journey when it's just going to end up like this? There's like this feeling that it's just going to keep falling apart like that. And what they want you to know is that it's not. Like, there's nothing in this that's going to be like that. And then for a lot of you, I feel like once you do this, you're going to attract people, not only people who love you, but you're going to attract a counterpart. Whether that's a partner or, you know what I mean? Like, it could be a love. It could be a romantic love, but it's like more than, look, loyalty. I split the deck, and here comes dog, loyalty. Right? So it's like, when you do this, somebody else is going to come in that's going to be your equal. They're going to see things the way that you see them, but you guys are going to have completely different aspects to the side. It's the double side of one coin. Like, you're not going to feel like you're one side of a coin that's a million miles away. You're not. Not anymore. So, you know, find the time to really connect with this feminine self. That could be meditation, spending time near water, spending time out in Mother Nature. But this is like getting away from the masculine, which is that constant work, that constant working. You don't have to do that anymore. You built something already by yourself, and you have to allow that to kind of gestate in this period. And that's hard sometimes, because we get so used to being on the go and wanting it right in this minute. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile number 1. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And this is just that quick update on what's coming to you in the Aquarius full moon, July 23rd through 24th. And until we meet each other again, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until next time, peace out. I love y'all. Bye. And let's move on to pile number 2. So for you, those of you that close. I can't close the shell, it'll break it. For those of you that chose the full clamshell here, this is your reading. I'm gonna put it like that. Okay. What's coming in for the full moon in Aquarius? Okay, we have the World in reverse. Okay, heavy Aquarian energy coming in. Banging right now. Banging. Okay. So we have the Knight of Swords in the upright. The Four of Cups in reverse. Move this. And the Five of Wands in the reverse. Woo! You are stubborn, 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 pile 2. This has to do in regards to your spiritual ascension. You're not letting go of something. Like so really what's happening is like you're not letting go of something emotional, and instead it's like you're thinking, if I turn my back on this emotional thing and not change and not bring this cycle to a close, and if I just rush into my spiritual ascension, I'll be okay. And the problem is that you're missing something. You're missing something when it comes to your own spiritual journey. There's a need for having to heal this situation of feeling like everybody else has control over your emotions and you don't. And you don't want to change that. It's almost like you've done that for so long. It's like, I feel like you've worked at this, but I feel like at the same time, you fought it because you're still at the core. You've been acting as a people pleaser. Like, let me be there for you. Let me do what you need me to do. Let me be the one that you know, carries your issues. And I get this. This is hard sometimes, you know. It's like being trapped in a situation that's not allowing you to grow. It's being trapped in a situation that you feel like you don't have control over. And what they want you to know, pile 2, is that you do have control over you. So this person may be negative. So this person may be conceited. So this person may be disrespectful. So this person may not give two shits about how you feel. But out of that, can you still find time to take care of you? Can you find time to reconnect and nurture yourself? Can you find time to really allow the situation to just simply be as it is? You can't change anything. You can't carry this on your back. You can't support them. And yet you're trying to be the hero in regards to making them see things the way that you want to, because I think there's this belief that if you get this person or this group to see things the way that you see things, that's going to make you spiritually fulfilled. And that's what's actually drawing you away from your spiritual fulfillment. This person's very closely connected to you, pile 2. This person is in a place of disgrace with their own soul right now. Okay, like they're in a place of not being able to connect or see or hear what it is that you're communicating to them, because they're letting their own broken heart not allow them to change. It doesn't matter what happens. So I feel like there was a situation where you thought you guys were having a good conversation. You guys were having a great conversation. Like, oh, we've never really talked like this before. But there was still that pang of, are they really listening to me? Are they even hearing what they're saying? Or are they just using my conversation to carry them to the next conversation? You know, like there's this energy of like still feeling cast out, even though it felt different than before. And spiritually, this is weighing on you, and that's what they're saying. Just let it go. Let it go. Like, stop trying to make this person see the spiritual side of things, and stop trying to rush towards your spiritual ascension thinking that just making this person see is going to change things. Oh, I hear you. They want you to stand silent. You're very strong in your communication skills, pile 2. You're very strong with your communication skills. Let me try that again. You're very strong with your communication skills, but they want you to stay quiet in this time. Like, just even when this person says anything to you, it's not that you're ignoring them. You can acknowledge them by looking at them, but don't carry on the conversation. It's exhausting you, and it's making you feel like you're completely trapped, like your soul is calling out to you right now. It's time to move on. It's time to really let this go. There's not going to be anything that changes it. And I feel like you've been around the four corners of the world trying to change this person. thinking that somehow it's connected to your ascension. And that's the funny thing is, it's like you knew that your intuition was telling you something about this being connected to your ascension process, right? Or to just moving into the next level if, you know, you're not worried about ascension, but it's just like moving into the next spiritual level. Excuse me. And so your emotional ego tapped in to that and started to run with it like it was running from everything, a monster itself, whatever it was. And it's because this was an intuitive pickup that you had. That yes, this person is connected with the next step on your spiritual journey. What it's connected with is how well you let go. And this is difficult. I'm not ever going to say that this is easy. None of this is easy. This is stuff that's like, it feels like a pain in your heart. It feels like if I let them go and I'm not there for them in some way, shape, or form, like, what is it? What do I get from it? You know, like, am I being a bad person? Am I being rude? Am I being selfish? What does that reflect on me? And at this time, it's like, this person's going to see you however they see you, whether you're there for them or whether you're not. Like, if they think you're conceited, they already think you're conceited. Like, if they think that you're a disgrace, they already think you're a disgrace. Like, this person does not give two shits about you. I'm sorry if I'm the one that has to break it to you, because the thing is like, I've had to break this to myself. And it's uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. It's not something that's fun to go through. It's not something that's fun to even acknowledge. But sometimes you just have to understand that this person they've got their own journey to follow. And in their journey, they're going to make mistakes. And that's not something that you can come in and say, oh, let me help you with your mistakes. It's kind of like you got to take that energy of like, oh, okay, well, that's your mistake. And I got my own I got to deal with over here. Because at the end of the day, the question you ask is, when you're down and out, or when you're feeling lost, or when you're feeling down and out, when you're feeling blue, and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down. Friends can't be found, and you're trying to lay down this bridge for them. They're not a friend. They're not a friend. They're not a family member, even though you guys might have blood, even though you may have been in each other's lives for a very long time. Like, they're too worried about being the center of attention, right? They're too worried about being the center of attention here, and they want to be your center of attention. And you're rushing in to save that. Like, they just, when you're not paying attention to them, they do everything in their power to try and get you to pay attention to them. And the thing is, I think you know this. I think you know this, and you're starting to feel like, damn, like, I want to change, but I think this is a fear of not being able to change. And that's okay. It's okay to feel afraid of it. But that's what they're saying, like, let us help you build that bridge to, let's just cross over and like, here's your night, right? Like, here's your night, and just pretend it's the other way, right? So for you guys, it would look this way, and your night's on this side. And so here's your night. Like, it's like, instead of rushing to them like this, okay? I feel like I'm playing cards here with you guys. I'm playing, let's be kids again. What you want, your spiritual team is saying is like, let us help you build the bridge over them so that you can cross over this safely. Like, that's what's happening here. It's like they want you to stop feeling like this person has a hold on your energy, because at the end of the day, you're just giving away your power. You're just giving away your strength to them. And it's like, you may feel like, oh, I can deal with this for 5 more minutes. I can deal with this for 10 more minutes, but that turns into a half an hour. And you're like, oh, just 5 more minutes. And that turns into another hour. And you just keep giving to them. And it's like, when's enough? Like, sometimes you just have to stand up and say, that's okay. Like, I need to go take care of me now. And I know that that's not always easy. But this person is in a way the next big block that you have to overcome in regards to your spiritual journey. Because once you do that, you're going to be like, okay, I should have just listened to my intuition so long ago. And it's like, your intuition's been telling you, but it's like your emotional ego kind of twisted your intuition towards you, saying, oh yeah, we got to save this person. Like, they've been around us for so long. Wow, okay. This one came out first, so let's see what it is. Look, the soul. What did I say? This is connected to your soul journey. Because the thing is like, this person is standing in the way of you listening to your heart. It's like you feel like at every turn you need to do something to make them feel better, or to give them some sense of information, or to give them some sense of like acknowledgement. And that's what you're rushing in towards, is them, rather than rushing, like if I put this card here, it's like you need to be rushing in towards your soul. And we have the blue butterfly here. You know, you're talking about transformation. The transformation here comes from just letting go. 10, letting the cycle complete. Letting the fruit of everything you've planted with them bear its fruit. And the fruit might be ugly. It might be nasty. It might be rotten. But that's okay. Because you can always leave it. You can always walk away. You don't have to just keep trying to tend to something that's dead. What a weird analogy. Like, that's all I could picture in my head was a tree that was rotting out. That was it. That was all that came straight away. It's like you're the tender, right? You're the one that's nurturing. You're the one that's giving it water. And of course it appreciates your water. But it's like you're wasting all your time on it, and all the other crops and stuff, all the other seeds that you planted are getting neglected because you're just trying to save this one tree. Whoever this is, or whatever this situation is, it's you trying to save this one tree, and you're neglecting the rest of your crop. Like, your crop is in the stage of just about to bear fruit, and you're not tending to that fruit, making sure that it's healthy, making sure that it's free, and making sure that it's good. So it's like you need to let go of this person so you can reconnect with your soul, and then come back and be like, oh my gosh, I did neglect these. Let me bring that back up. Let me like reconnect with that. Like, and they'll be okay. They'll be okay, because you've planted strong seeds, and this is something that was planted for you, and it's not strong. Look, secrets. Woo, the links coming out. Okay. Oh, this card always gives me such a weird energy when it comes. I think it's one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. Like, I don't want anybody to get it twisted here, because it truly is one of the most beautiful cards in this deck. And it's so telling. Like, look, this person in here, this lady, she has a mask of leaves on. That's exactly, it's interesting that I was talking about trees, and then it was like, you know, this person knows the mask you wear. And they're doing everything in their power to keep you in that energy. Because if you let that go, if you let go of them, they know they're going to perish without you, right? It's like, oh, well, if this person leaves, then I'm just going to perish. And what can I do? Like, how am I going to survive? I'm not going to get any water. I'm not going to get any nourishment. And it's like, they'll just replace you. Like, I'm sorry, pile 2. I just, this really just is so apparent. Like, they're just going to replace you, and they're just going to find somebody else that they can keep in this globe of lightning and look scary and seem scary to them and seem like, oh, I'm the boss of you, and you always come running when I need you to. Like, this person has really got you going right now, and I'm just going to kind of point out they're kind of faking it. Oh, I'm going to point out they're faking it. Like, I got a really weird feeling in my stomach right now. Like, it's really, really weird. And I got this weird pain in my side. And so it's like they're being a pain in your side. Like, they're being the thorn in your side. That's what I wanted to say. They're really just being that person that's like, I'm going to keep this in secret and make them feel bad for me. And I feel like something happened where it was like you kind of got all the attention recently, and they felt left out. Ooh, they felt left out, and so they drew you back in by bringing up an old thing, or bringing up something that they knew would draw you back in. They're jealous of you, and they don't want to tell you that. They don't want anybody to see your power. They don't want anybody to see you without your mask on. They don't want anybody to see the true you, because the true you is more amazing and glorious than they could ever hope to be, because they've spent their whole life trying to wear a mask themselves. Look, they're not loyal. We have the loyalty on the bottom of the deck here. They're not loyal. They're not loyal to you at all. You're loyal to them, but they're not loyal to you. Okay, well, they want this card. Purpose. What did I say? Your other seeds that you've been watering, that's your purpose. Look, they're not equal to you. They don't want to be your equal. They want to, so this energy is usually like a protector to me, but in this card right now with this energy that's going on, this is like somebody that's looking over your shoulder while you're off here just trying to be yourself. Like, look, I ain't bothering nobody. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to be me. Whoops. I'm just trying to do my thing. I'm just trying to keep to myself. And this person's over here in the background like, what are they doing? What's pile 2 doing? What do they got going on with their energy? What are they doing with their life? Well, it's because you're working towards your purpose. We have 9-9 coming out, and it's just saying again, you're in the process of bearing fruit with your tree. You need to tend to that, like tend to your tree, tend to your energy with your tree, and make sure that you're fulfilled so that you're not constantly exhausted from this person keeping secrets from you, this person keeping you from your soul. Like that, look, they're right in the middle of soul and purpose. Soul and purpose. And look, this shark is coming towards this cat. Like, look, I get it. I get you the way you are, but you know what? I tried, and I tried for the last time, and I can't seem to break it to you. I can't seem to get to you, so I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to be a shark in the tank, and I'm a shark in the water, and I'm going to go after what I want. And y'all are going to be scared of me. That's it. Like, I don't mean to be like this, but at the same time, it's like there's this energy of, like, you can't fuck with me, and excuse my language, but that's it. Like, you're going to, when you realize this, or when you finally get brave enough and have enough courage to flip the switch on this, that's exactly what it's going to be, like a light switch. Bloop. Turning it off, right? Bloop. Like that. Like, oh, I'm turned you off. Bye. Guess where I am? Ooh, I'm on my sole purpose over here, y'all. I ain't even fucking with y'all. You go be in your secrets over there by yourself. Because they don't want you to expand. They've seen you expanding this whole time. You've changed. They don't know you anymore. They don't even recognize you anymore. You're being authentic to yourself. Look, Wolf, authenticity coming out. Right? You're being authentic towards yourself. And you're breaking the cycles. We have hair coming out, cycles. You're breaking the cycles. Right? You're letting them go. You're saying, this is a cycle I'm done with. This is something I'm not even worried about anymore. I'm going to grab myself and my strength, and I'm going to grow beyond what you could have ever imagined to have become. And I'm not going to feel bad about that anymore. I'm sorry. I felt bad about it at one time, but I can't feel bad about this anymore. So spiritually in this full moon, like, you're going to come to a realization about this, how you've been ignoring the seeds that you planted and things that you've taken action on. And that's okay. Like, I don't feel like you have completely neglected them. It's just kind of been I've been half-assing that. And I've been really, my full attention has been on this person who doesn't even give two shits about me. That's what's going on. Like, you're in the process of about, like, I hear you taking flight. I hear you walking out. It's like, I'm done. I'm turning my back on this person because I can't do this no more. I cannot be this person's savior because they don't want to be saved. You know, there's this quote from a movie. I'm sure it's quoted in a lot of movies in a lot of different places, but from Morrow, he says, you can only save those that wish to be saved. And then he goes on to his death and he dies. And it's just so crazy because he's this ghost and you know, his old sensei is trying to save him and can't save him because he's like, he realizes that he's not wanting to be saved. Like, this person is like that, but the difference between them and Morrow is that this person's not going to realize that. They're not ever going to let go of your hand. You're the one that has to let go. You are. They're going to hold on for dear life. Like, pile 2 can't leave me. What am I? Like, you're the reason they're shining right now. And if you leave, they're just going to be shrouded in darkness. And you can't feel bad about that. You know, don't let them be the anchor that's going to pull you down. All right? This is what I have for you, pile 2. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye. Moving on to pile number 3. I was selected to lead, not to read. Number 3. So for those of you that chose the Moonstone, this is for you. We have Moonstone, Moonstone, Moonstone here. This is, I can't remember what they call it, a peach moonstone, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure. I have the thing on it, and it's just, I don't have it out right now, but Yeah, it's, again, about connecting with your intuitive self, your feminine side. It was very interesting how all the things that I picked were very feminine by nature. So, okay, we have the Two of Wands in the upright. What's coming out for this full moon in Aquarius for pile number 3? We have the Four of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Swords in the upright. Bam, bitches. And the Devil. Woo! Y'all are swimming in it. Swimming in it. There's about to be some justice coming out for pile 3. And there's no need to worry anymore, 'cause you're about to go running through that door. I don't know where that came from, but whatever, guys. Let's go for it. No, like, there is some energy that is really ruling you right now, and I feel like you're in this process of, like, deciding what's going to matter most for you. It's like, am I going to be enslaved by this energy? Am I going to be trapped by this energy for so long? Like, am I not ever going to get out of this? And the thing is like, all of a sudden, it's like, one moment you're worried about what's going on, you're concerned about what's going on. Like, I feel like somebody's very, like, hostile towards you. I think they're like that behind your back. Like, I feel like they're very hostile behind your back. Like, they're trying to be nice to your face. And I feel like all of a sudden, like, you come into this realization that this person is the devil. And nothing bad. Like, you just realize they're very narcissistic. They're very overbearing. They're very controlling. They want to control every aspect of you. They want to have you chained, and they want to be on the pedestal. They want to be the ones that you look up to, because they can't look up to you. But there's no stopping it. Pile 3. Like, at this point, it's not even about predicting the future. It's like, there is no stopping this. It's like, you've been contemplating this. You've been wondering about this. Like, it's like you've kind of been sitting back and, like, letting things kind of play out. Right? It's like, this is kind of taking action, but it's really not. Like, this is that action that is beneath the surface action. So it's kind of like, you're not physically moving. It's just kind of like, okay, I'm going to, like, let things be. And my action's going to be to pay attention. And when you pay attention, you realize that you feel very, like, uneasy with this energy. You don't feel safe. You don't feel protected. You feel kind of like you're the one on the chopping block. You feel like you're the one that's getting it from every side. And it's like, you know what? I'm really done with this. Like, I really just only want to take care of myself. But it's like, there's been this energy of not being able to, because it's like everybody's looking at you. It's like all eyes on me. And you're aware of that. You're aware of it, and you're aware that the reason that everybody's eyes are on you is because of this energy in your life. This person, this is really a person energy. This is somebody that can, like, spread rumors. This is somebody that can really, like, I hear chatty Cathy. This person is very much in an energy of, let me do all the talking. Let me guide how this person seems, and let me show everybody that this person is tied to me, and there's nothing that they can do to ever get out of it. Like, I'm always going to rule over them. Like, and then they're thinking that whenever you get tied down, if you're not currently tied down, okay, and don't look at that the wrong way. I'm just saying, like, if you ever get married or connected with somebody, it's like they really think that they're going to be the ruling aspect in your life when it comes to that too. This is somebody in a family. Ooh, my hip hurts. My hip hurts. They're trying to be the one. They want you to lean on them for everything. They want you to lean on them for everything. They don't want you to grow. There's been this energy of, like, people who've been really hurt and not wanting another person to grow. Like, you might have resonated with one of the other piles. So I don't want to, tell you guys what it was in case you didn't, If you did, definitely check out one of the other piles. But this is, like, interesting energy, because it's like this person, like, really wants you to see them as the all being. Like, there's nothing you can do in your life without me. What are you going to do when I'm gone? Like, you're going to fall flat on your face, and I'm going to sit up there wherever it is I go to, and I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh my ass off at you. Like, they're very vicious towards you. And it's like, I feel like they do it sometimes in front of your face. Like, sometimes they're very, like, passive aggressive is the energy coming through. they're very passive aggressive towards you, and they try to make you not like yourself. Like, I feel like they do very small things to you constantly that just try to break you down. And the reason is because they see you, and they don't know, honestly, they don't know what they would do without you. They don't know what you would do. Like, this person isn't one of those ones that wants to go and replace you. Like, they've never seen another person, a being like you. They've never seen somebody that is willing to give them some sort of praise, some sort of, like really, like, this is more than being on the pedestal. This is like respect. Respect without having to have earned it first. Like, this is somebody that you give respect to, and they haven't really had to earn it. You just respect them because they hold some sort of position in your life. And that's the thing. It's like they hold that over your head. They're like, you can never not respect me, no matter how mean or vicious I am to you. You're always going to respect me. You're always going to see me in this way. And what's going on is, like, that's it. It's like you really thought you were always going to respect and love this person. Like, you were always going to be there standing up for them, and you were always going to take care of them. But something's happening during this full moon in Aquarius that's, like, basically just made you see things from a different aspect. It's like, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm cutting, like if you were to swing the sword right now, it's like cutting this out of your life. Like, it would just slice right through the middle of this card. And it's interesting because it's like, whatever this is, right? So it's like there's 3 people here in this card. This is the person above you, and it's like there's another party that's involved. And if this sword sliced, it would be left with you standing. You know, it's definitely that feminine energy. You don't have to be a woman. This is feminine energy. This is like cutting out the masculine in your life, the masculine that has been overbearing with you, the masculine that has thought that they have the right to control your life. Okay, and I'm not here to bash on sides or to say somebody's right or wrong. I'm just saying they realize they're doing it, but they're doing it because they haven't dealt with their own pain. They haven't dealt with their own self. They haven't dealt with them, and they don't want to, because it's easier when you have your attention on them. It's easier when you're there taking care of them. It's easier when they have you by the balls and they leave you in a state of misery. Like, they do not like seeing you happy. In fact, I think when you're happy, like, this person does everything in their power to make sure that you're not happy anymore. And for a long time, it's kind of like made you wonder, like, I feel like you really expect this person to be happy for you at every turn, but they're really not. Like, they just don't like seeing you succeed. They don't like seeing things come together for you. They want to see you fall, because when you fall, it means that you have to come crawling back to them. And it's like you're getting to a point where it's like, I'm done. And there's no coins cards here. It's just interesting because there's this energy of, like, when you get this clarity suddenly and you cut this person out, you are going to see things. You're going to see them. It's not just about having clarity of mind. This is, you're going to see with your own eyes the viciousness that this person has brought into your life, and you didn't want to see it before. 66 is a very powerful number for you, 666. This is about finding balance. It's like there's been no balance in your life. There's very back and forth balance here. It's like you balance yourself out just to, like, entertain this person. You balance out your energies, and then you have to entertain this person rather than continuing to just stay in balance with yourself. It's like, okay, this is like quitting smoking. Guys, I have no idea why this example came to me right now, but it did. It's like quitting smoking. It's like you want to quit smoking, you smoke a pack a day. How do you quit smoking and make it last? Like, that's what's happening here. It's like, okay, well, I would suggest, this is my suggestion, I quit smoking cold turkey, 9 years ago. Yeah, beside the point here. I tried this where you cut out 1, and then you cut out 2, and then you cut out 3, and then you cut out 4, right? And you just smoke less and less and less. And that's what they're saying. It's like, can you cut back on the time spent with this person? Can you cut back on the amount of energy that you give to this person? Like, if they come home and you're home, like, can you go find something else to do that's with you? Can you do that? Because it's hurting you right now. Like, there's a lot of disconnection with your sacral chakra right now. There's a lot of disconnection with your root chakra coming through. So you may be feeling low back pain. Interesting. You may be feeling low back pain or sciatica pain. And it's because this person has really like drawn you in recently. And it's like, this is your emotional ego. There's a transformation about to happen here, and a change in perspective that's coming through. And that's it. Like, you're going to see this from a whole nother level. It's going to see this person as they're really wounded and they don't want to see anybody else happy. And so they get together with wounded people because that's what builds them up. Is it's like they can kind of make everybody feel sorry for them, and that makes them feel better. That makes them feel better. And they don't want to see you come up out of this because it means that their vice is leaving, right? Their vice is leaving. Their vice is gone. There's a lot of collective energy where it's like letting go of people is so important to our spiritual journey right now. Letting go of those old habits, these old thought patterns, because this is absolutely an old thought pattern that's coming through. Okay, they want this one. Look, the reason why you have to let it go is we have number 10, leadership, elephant. Yeah, you're about to step up into a leadership position, and you can't be entertaining this energy anymore. Because the leadership of you, like, it's like you're taking what you've learned from this situation and you're teaching others about it. And you're going to tell them, like, and you're going to be able to empathize with the mass collective, because it's going to be like, look, I had to do this myself. Like, I had to overcome this myself. I had to get through this myself. And it's like this energy of learning deeply how to care for yourself. Like, that's what's coming through right now. That's why I feel like you've really kind of just sat back. It's like you realize you don't feel like you belong in this situation, and it's like, what can I do to get out of it? So it's like you're already spiritually advanced, pile 3, very spiritually advanced, which is wonderful. But it's like, this is kind of like that last peel on the onion, so you can finally find the seed within yourself, find the truth of who you are. Yeah. Look, 6 came out. Honeybee, reciprocity. There's no equal give and take here. There's no equal give and take in this situation. There's a lot of taking, but there's no giving. Like, one party's giving and one party's taking. And that's what I feel like you've dealt with most of your life, is that you've dealt with this energy of like constantly giving away, and like nobody's ever really given back to you. And you're going to find that, oh, well, this all stemmed from this person, or this all stemmed from this relationship. And I can't say that this person is somebody that's very connected to you for a long, long time. You know, and it's like all of a sudden it's just going to dawn on you, like, wow, like, I've been trying to bring this person happiness and I just can't. You know, honeybees are a sign of prosperity. It's like, this is going to bring you into a prosperous state. And, you know, you've got the elephant here. It's like elephants talking about intelligence. You know, they remember everything, right? Everybody's like, oh, their brains are small. Yeah, their brains may be small, but that doesn't matter. They remember everything. And it's like, once you learn this, you're not going to forget it. You're not going to soon forget this situation. You're not going to forget that this happened to you. You're not going to forget what's come in. You're actually going to stand tall and be like, yeah, that's exactly why I had to find out who I was, because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I was sick and tired of giving to everybody and not getting what I deserve. That's part of your abundance coming in. It's like stepping up into that true leadership energy and becoming the one that, like, when you think of bees, like, what do you think of? Like, not just honey. Like, let's think about that. How do they make the honey? Well, they go and they get the nectar from the flowers, and while they get the nectar from the flowers, they pollinate other flowers. So it's like, without honeybees, would we have flowers? Would we really? They kind of make things come together when it comes to nature. It's like pollination happens widely because of the honeybees. You know, and I'm sure there are other bugs that do too. That's fine. But it's like, you think about it, you have butterflies that do it too. But don't bees fly sometimes the furthest away to get the nectar? Like, man, when the flowers start dying close to home, where do they go? They go out in search of honey. Like, they go out and seek it. It's kind of like, it's just an interesting situation. It's like going to the lengths. And I feel like that's exactly how you went in this situation. It's like you went... The nectar started drying up, and it's like you just kind of kept going further and further and further away from yourself to try and find the sweetness in this connection, and there's nothing sweet about it. It's just become dry and stale and old, and there's no pollen in the world that can bring this back to life. No pollen in the world. And so spiritually, this is connected to you coming up into your leadership role. It's like you're just kind of on the precipice right now of going into the leadership role. And it's like, that's what's happening here. It's like, you have to take that next step. You have to allow this to be gone. It's like all of your bad relationships have stemmed from this one connection, whoever they are, whoever they are. And it's because you really thought that this person had your back. You really thought that they were there for you. You really thought that they were wanting to take care of you or help you along your journey. And really all it was a way to get you back in their grasp. Woo! So this is just a confirmation for me as well as hopefully you guys. We got the number 4, owl, wisdom. You know, I always think about this as ancestral messages coming through the ether to us, and learning that, you know, we are wise in the decisions that we make. You know, you have white in this purifying color here talking about innocence and reconnecting with the divine, this gold color in the background back here, right? And it's like, this is that energy of really truly reconnecting with ourselves and reconnecting with our inner wisdom, knowing that there's nothing in the world. There's no amount of ancient wisdom that can ever teach this person anything. And then we have 6 and 4, 10, 10 coming through. Like, I feel like you see 10, 10 a lot on the clock. You see it on license plates. You see it everywhere you go. And why is that? Because that's it. This is it. Once the realization of this connection comes through, and not just, I don't think it's even just the realization. I feel like this is the courage, the cravery. I was going to say the cravery. The courage and the bravery to truly say, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. Like, I love you. I care about you. I always love you and care about you, but enough is enough. Like, I can't carry your ass no more. I can't do that. Like, when you step up into that and you spread your wings and you fly off in the dark of the night, because I feel like this is the thief in the night kind of moment. It's like you're just kind of be secretive to yourself. You're going to be kind of like closed in on yourself and take care of yourself and do what you need to do. And stop giving so much attention to this connection. You're really going to start paying attention to what you can do for yourself. Like, where can you go to connect with yourself? Even if it's just sitting outside, you know, if you live with this person, even if it's just going outside and just getting away from them. At the end of the day, yeah, they want your attention, but they don't want it so much that they're going to chase you down, because that means that they're actually giving effort into this connection. You see? So I feel like once you do that, you're going to unlock some ancient wisdom within yourself that has been, like I said, you're on that precipice. It's like this has been the wibbly wobbly trying to come out, like it's a double-edged sword, and it's like you're walking along the edge of it trying to wonder on what side to fall on. Look at this. Number 26, 8 Year Abundance. We have polar bear ancestors. Ancestors. What did I say? I didn't even know that was on the bottom of the deck, and I said that I feel like owl is about your messages from your ancestors. Right? I really feel like that. Like, it's just an ancestral message coming through. It's like, yeah, you put a lot of effort into this, and you built a lot of character by putting the effort into this situation. But it's time. It's time. I hear it. It's time, child. It's time to let it go. It's time to just stand on your own 2 feet. I know it's scary. I know it's scary, but you got this and you can do it. You just have to focus on you. Focus on you, and don't focus on anybody else. Whatever everybody else is doing, that's what they're doing. Just stay silent. Put your head down and focus on you, because you're meant to lead the masses. You're meant to lead the masses. And not only that, but you're healing your ancestral bloodline. That's why I said, woo, I just got the chills through my whole body. This person's connected to you through some sort of blood connection, relative connection. It doesn't matter what. You might not even be blood, but they're an ancestor of type. Do you see? Like, this person is in your family in some way, shape, or form, and you gotta let them go. You have so much waiting for you, pile 3, and what's going to come up in this full moon is the realization that this person is just a toxic entity in your life, and they were here to help you overcome the deepest, darkest depths of yourself, and that was the fear of letting go of those that you care about most. And I get it. There's no Cubs cards here on the table, but this is about caring about somebody truly, truly deeply. You have full moon and owl, beings of the night. Beings of the night, right? So go out and find yourself, because I know you can. And this is what I got for you, pile number 3. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah, peace out. I love y'all. Bye.